Welcome to the next module, Plant Biodiversity in the Arctic, Part 1. Let us start with the definition of biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variability among living organisms from all sources, including inter alia, terrestrial, marine and other aquatic ecosystems, as well as the ecological complexes of which they are part. This includes diversity within species, genetically, between species and of ecosystem. Biodiversity collectively provide the foundation for food webs and ecosystems. The interaction between humans and their surroundings are also part of the diversity, vitality and sustainability of the life on Earth. Let us look at Arctic tundra biome. It is the smallest and covers around 11.5 million square kilometers. The Arctic tundra is a vast, dry, rocky place with few trees. Tundra in Finnish means the word is tuntri, that is treeless plain or barren area. Arctic tundra has a very cold climate. It is like a desert, that is, it has very low rain or precipitation and tends to be windy. The ground is rocky, the soil has few nutrients and the subsoil is permafrost. All of the biomes, rainforest, savanna, desert, boreal, taiga and tundra, the biodiversity of all the biomes, which include rainforest, savanna, desert, boreal or taiga and tundra, the biodiversity of tundra is very low with 1,700 species of vascular plants and only 48 species of land mammals. Here is the different world biomes. So we have different colors representing different type of biomes, and the tundra biome basically covers the top part, that is the polar region, and here in the Antarctic and in the Arctic region, these areas are the tundra biomes. What is the reason for the low biodiversity in the Arctic? Increase in the latitude actually decrease in diversity, that is reduction in number of species. What could be the reason for this decrease in the diversity of plants? In this particular module, we will be looking at plant biodiversity, so we are focusing on plants. Increasing severity of the environment, that means very harsh and cold conditions, snowstorms happening very frequently. These are some of the events that are happening. A reduction of land area, available soil and nature of the soil, because here it's a highly acidic soil. A short growing season, because in the Arctic region mainly we have long winters with no sunshine and summers with 24 hours sunshine. So that means they have very different types of availability of sunlight throughout the year. So they generally have a very short growing season and high insolation rates, limited moisture and nutrient availability. We have seen that Arctic is a desert, so they have very limited moisture. Extreme in daily temperatures. These are all the reasons due to which there are the diversity is very low in the Arctic. Let us look at the origin of Arctic plant species. It is assumed that they would have migrated from the southern part to the northern part. So some Arctic species might have originated in the tertiary times from temperate mountains, that is high latitudes, where selection led to differentiation of biotypes. The plants migrated to Arctic region during Pliocene and Pleistocene times. Modern plant cover of the Arctic consists of old species, whereas the vegetation pattern and communities are young, that is quaternary glaciation areas. The biota of the present ecosystem either colonized new ice-free areas from pockets or refugia, where they had survived the glaciation within the Arctic, or immigrated from further south or east. Arctic plant came from outside. This is similar temperature optima of photosynthesis, hardening of the tissue before the winter season. So these are some of the things which led to movement of plants from the southern part or the eastern part to Arctic. The current adaptive traits recognized in Arctic plants may be due to the selection pressure exerted on the biotypes during their migrations. Here we will look at some of the Arctic traits which are different from the temperate migration. Adaptation to continuous light in the summer, that's what we said, 24 hours sunshine during the summer. Here the CO2 exchange, solar irradiance and the spectral energy distributions are very high during summer. Different photosynthesis mechanism, for example, ribulose biphosphate carboxylase levels are higher in the Arctic plant, which enable them to replenish carbohydrate faster than the temperate species. So these are some of the adaptations which are seen in the Arctic region plants. Changes in genetic compatibility barriers, the curved trunks, the polycormic growth forms and the vivid autumnal colors. Selection force exerted by the caterpillar's winter moth contributing to the evolution of the mountain birch, and northern boreal bryophytes forming sporophytes due to sexual crossing between population of different genotypes. So these are some of the things which are being observed, and this happens only in the Arctic, which is not seen in the temperate areas.